Hello, everybody, and welcome to the nameless podcast that has yet to be named. Uh, this is the first episode, and I have my friend Arthur of X and Y Gaming with your reality from his perspective. Say hello, Arthur.
Holy shit, you got it right. Yeah, hey, how's it going? That's like way more than I could have hoped for.
Well, I tried.
No, man, you did great. That was awesome. Holy shit.
Alright, well, so we're pretty much here to talk about the Switch today. Being that the Switch has kind of already been out for a month now, and I have yet to actually purchase the system. I'm kind of waiting until they do the bundle. And you went out first, the night before to get it at midnight, right?
I did. I went into Walmart at 5:30 p.m. and I sat there when I was alone. And some dude showed up, and then two more people showed up, and then suddenly like a whole group was there, and it was great.
Yeah, I think I remember following your your tweets, and you're like talking about how you're kind of hesitant to go in because you didn't want to be the first one there, but you did want to be the first one there, but you didn't want to be like the only one there, I guess.
Well, because okay, so it's like it was like 5:30, and I'm like, okay, well, if I go on there now and no one shows up until like 10, then I'm wasting my time just sitting there. So I was like, no, fuck it, I gotta commit to this. This is a new Nintendo, damn it.
Right. That reminds me of when X and Y came out, and it was funny because I had only pre-ordered the one game. I think I pre-ordered Y, and then I kind of just decided to myself, like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get Pokemon X as well. So I went into the GameStop where I had pre-ordered my Y, and I asked them, I was like, hey, can I pre-order X as well? And they're like, yeah, totally. So, and it just so happens that I was working that day, relatively close to that GameStop. So after work, I just like head straight there, and then but nobody else was there yet, and so I didn't want to get off the car. I felt like it would be a little stupid of me to just be standing there, but then eventually like more people showed up, and then I was technically the first one there, but because I didn't actually get off the car, I was like the third person there. and that sucked.
Yeah, I mean, I was the first one. I mean, I was the second one there. But the first guy, he was like, yeah, I'm just going to go to Best Buy. And I was like, all right. And I was like, hey, at the last second, I was like, hey, let's change numbers. And he's like, okay. So then he leaves. He didn't text me back, and he's like, oh, no, they're not going to have any. What's happening at Walmart? And I'm like, they're going to have like 18. And he's like, okay, I'm coming back. And I'm like, all right, but you're going to be third. Or like, who was fourth now or something. But like, so I was first. But at the same time, I didn't want to be like, over and over again, I'm first in line, because it just sounds really douchey. But at this,
right.
But at this, yeah, like, I'm first. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to be like, if there's only one Switch, and then suddenly I'm trying to be the nice guy, I'm not. Kind of just be like, oh yeah, no, you totally go first, and you get the no, like I was first. Fuck you. This is my Switch.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be an asshole, but I don't want to be nice. So.
Right. You want your Switch first. Did you at all follow that one guy on YouTube? I didn't watch any of his videos, but I would see his his titles and stuff where I guess like he was vlogging his wait in line at the New York store, and he wanted to be like the first person, so he actually went ahead and waited an entire month.
Wow.
I think it was a month. Yeah, he was there for an entire month, and then like on the night that the Switch released, on the Nintendo Instagram, they went ahead and uploaded a picture or a video of him getting his Switch since he had been there since like freaking day negative 34 or some shit.
Wow, no, I didn't. Oh God, no.
Yeah, he has like he's like one of those YouTubers who's just like Nintendo centric with everything that he uploads. I guess I guess his channel only popped up because I watched one video where it said like if if you've been made fun of for liking Nintendo, watch this or some shit.
Yeah.
And he goes ahead and tells his story about how he used to get bullied because nobody understood his love for Nintendo. Yeah, so how do you feel about the Switch being out, man? Do you actually like the name Switch, or would you have preferred it being called NX? I kind of like NX, but Switch is cool too.
I mean, alright, so NX, you're like, oh, what the hell is that? Like, Nintendo NX. It's like, yeah, it sounds pretty cool, but, I mean, Nintendo's naming conventions aren't exactly the most, shall we say, proper.
Right.
I mean, they turned, Jesus. They turned the Revolution into the Wii. And then, God forbid, they named the next one the Wii U, which alright. So Switch, because you can switch between a home and a portable mode. Like, alright. I don't know. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm not too thrilled with it. I get it. Like, I don't know. I guess it's a little too on the nose sometimes.
Oh, okay. So it's I don't know. Like I kind of got the impression that you would have actually liked the name. So that's kind of surprising.
I mean,
honestly.
It's all right. I'm not super in love with it or anything. I like the console more than I like its name. It, arose by any other name, bullshit, whatever phrase it goes by. Like,
Yeah, I hear you. So, I mean, okay, all right. So when did you first hear about the NX or the Switch? Well, back when it was still called the NX, and I mean, did you at all see it coming? Like the way they were doing it, or I don't know. I honestly I didn't really see it coming. I when I got the Wii U, I was like, oh, this is cool, dude. Like, and then I kept thinking to myself, yeah, this would be really cool if I can, if I could take this, not 10 feet away from the computer or whatever, or I mean, from the console or whatever. And so when it came out, I was like, oh, awesome. And yeah, pretty much.
It's gonna get easier the more times you do this, buddy.
All right.
So, all right. So, I mean, I get your point. So, all right. So, from the Wii U, we'll start from there, I guess. Basically, I got mine, and I was driving trucks. So, as far as like, oh, it has to be so far from the console, I was in a truck. I never had that issue because I was that close, anyways. So, first of all, just being able to play a console quality game on on the controller, no less, was amazing, and that made the Wii U immediately awesome for me, because I went out and I bought it's actually the screen I'm using right now. It's a little 20-inch whatever, just a screen I could throw around in my truck. I didn't even need it. By the time I got the Wii U set up, it's like, oh, you can just use the gamepad. Perfect. So, there was times when I'd be like, I gotta go fucking whatever, go sit down in here in this office building, and it'd be like, well, I can't bring my Wii U with me. So, okay, so on those instances I knew. But then, they're talking about, first of all, like Wind Waker was remade on HD for the Wii U. And all I could think of was, when is the Wii U going to get its very own Zelda game? So enter in Zelda U, which is now Breath of the Wild. And you think, okay, well, when's that coming out? 2015, bitchin'. 2016, fuck. 2017, come on. Okay, now it is. But also for the NX. What's the NX? Now it's the Switch. Cool. What's the Switch? Oh, that's the Switch. Alright, well, fuck Wii U. Sorry. Bye. Okay, so actually, here's the thing. When I moved, I lost... Alright, whatever. Fucking personal story aside, I had to come back to town. So when I came back to town, I had to sell my Wii U. So had I not sold my Wii U, I would not have bought a Switch.
Yeah, that's kind of why I still haven't got the Switch, and I told you that I was gonna try and get the Breath of the Wild Wii U port, and I officially did go to Walmart and I tried to buy it, and they only had the Switch version.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was like, do I just buy it online on Amazon or something? And it was actually, it was actually cheaper on Amazon, because I had like the Prime membership, so it cuts down like $10.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, but I don't know, man. I just didn't end up buying it, and I don't know if it's still available for $10 less, but it's like I feel like I might as well just wait for the Switch at this point.
Well, hang on, and that's totally up to you. However, let me also just say that I don't think it's a Wii U port. I think it's a Switch port of the Wii U game.
Oh yeah. No, I kind of said that a little bit loosely. I know that it's originally for the
Wii U.
For the Wii U, and it got ported to the Switch. Yeah, my mistake.
No, it's all good. I just no confusion to the listeners here.
Right. My bad.
Go on.
Yeah, so it's good. All right. So one of my biggest problems is that I can't console at home, and it's because I don't really spend a lot of time at home. I with like the last 2 years I went ahead and moved, and so now I have a bigger commute to drive, and so basically when I'm home I'm just too damn lazy to do anything, and then I kind of got to the point where like when I'm playing video games I need to listen to something else in the background. Like I rarely ever listen to like the actual like music from the game, unless there's like a cutscene going on or something, or I'm really just feeling the game at the moment.
Sure.
But like I'll probably have like Netflix playing in the background or something, and so you can't really do that with the home console. And it was funny because when my brother got his PS4, and I had already had my Wii U for some time, and he got his PS4 and he was all super stoked on it, and he's like playing through his games like crazy, and he comes in and he sees that I'm watching Netflix, and he's like what's up, bro? He's like, you got one of the next gen consoles and you're not even playing it, you're on Netflix? What kind of shit is that? So he was always talking shit whenever he'd see me playing Netflix, and he pretty much made me self-conscious from that point, and so I was like, you know what, I should probably put in a little bit of effort into playing, and then I just can't bring myself. And I feel like Breath of the Wild is such a massive game that it would be just a shame to go ahead and buy it and then not really play it. Probably have like 12 hours into the game for like 3 months or something, just because I'm not playing consistently.
Sure.
And like I carry my 3DS and my Vita everywhere with me, so whenever I do feel like playing a game, I have something there.
Oh, sure. The 3DS is great for that. I mean, and the Vita is too. Let's not let me shit on Sony or anyone else. I did own a PS Vita, but I mean, come on. Nintendo's where it's at. Baby, come on. Alright, anyway. Sorry. I'll try to stop being funny.
No, it's alright, man. It's alright. So one of the concerns that a lot of people had was the games.
Sure.
Their lack of games at launch, and I understand that that's not just Nintendo or the Switch. It's like that for every console. So I think I seen on your review. I seen on your review that you had you had Zelda, obviously, and then you had the clip Snippers clip. I don't know the name of it. And
Yeah, snipper clips.
Snipper clips. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you had the Splatoon global test fire, right?
Yeah, I don't think they're doing that anymore. I'm pretty sure that was just a one weekend off kind of thing. But yeah, I got that one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how do you feel about the games, like the ones that you had so far? I don't know if you want to kind of give a little sneak peek for your your Zelda review, or
I mean, yeah, I can give some insight for that. So, alright, so like I said, if I had a Wii U still, I would have just got Breath of the Wild for that and not even got a Switch. So, starting in from, if you have a Wii U, don't bother. If you don't, maybe look into it, especially for Zelda. But if you're not an open world RPG or Zelda fan, maybe hold off for it. But for me, personally, I fucking love it. It's amazing. Like, you can have, first of all, you're like, oh, it's Zelda open world, want to be able to play it wherever. I got that. It is a console quality video game, and it's a Zelda, and I can play it wherever, and I don't sacrifice anything except like maybe some screen size real estate. I lose nothing. If you be like, okay, I'm going to play Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, but now I got to go wherever, and I have my 3DS, and I have Mario Kart 7. It's still Mario Kart. It's still a racer, but it doesn't have motorcycles. It's missing some extra tricks you can do. There's a couple of items missing.
Wait. The Mario Kart Deluxe doesn't have motorcycles?
No. Hang on. Let me recap for those who I went a little too hard. All right. The Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U versus Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS is what I'm talking about right now. And the reason is because Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS is still Mario Kart, but there's no motorcycles. There's a couple of items missing. You can't do tricks. There's just things that are missing because it's a watered down experience. And my point is, for the Switch, the only thing watered down is the screen size. Everything else is 100% there, and that is definitely where the Switch makes its selling point, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I can have... Okay, I have Zelda Breath of the Wild plugged into the TV. Ooh, 900p looks great, fucking plays great, everything's great. Now I gotta go wherever. Now I gotta fucking sit outside wherever for about half an hour waiting for something, or I gotta go wait inside a doctor's office for fucking God knows how long because it's a doctor's office. And, what are you gonna do? You're gonna dick around on your phone, you're gonna play a watered down 3DS game, or are you gonna play an actual console quality Zelda adventure, but also in the palm of your hand as if it were like a PS Vita or something? It's amazing.
Right.
It's perfect. It's like, oh my God. Oh, it's amazing. I can't sing its praises enough. I love the Nintendo Switch. They nailed it. You know what?
Nerdgasm.
Yeah, it is. It's a nerdgasm. I actually gotta tell you, and I looked it up a few days ago, and I can't seem to find it, but I swear to God, and I tweeted about this, and I said, they have because they were like, this is before the NX even got announced. They were talking about some third pillar or whatever, which obviously I didn't fucking work. The Wii U's dead. They were talking about some third pillar, and I said, look, you got the 3DS and you got the Wii U. What you need to make is a hybrid console that's half portable and half HD console plugged up to the TV, and it should be called the Nintendo 4U. They fucking did half of that and called it the Switch, and I want half my money, goddammit. But I swear to God, I called it. I called it, and they did it, and it works. And I love it so much.
Yeah, man. When I found out about the Switch, I was with my dad, and and I knew from the night before that there was gonna be like an announcement, and everybody was calling it. It's like, oh yeah, NX is gonna be revealed. NX is gonna be revealed. So it's like, So when I was with my dad out in the morning, I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to make sure that I stay close to the phone so I can see what's up. And so yeah, I seen the trailer, and I was like, okay, you know what? I wanna watch this, but I want to watch it a little bit more comfortable. So I waited till we got back in the car, and so I started playing it, and then my he's like, turn that shit off. And I was like, hold on, don't ruin this for me.
You don't understand, I have to.
Right. Yeah, and then, later on at work, I'm listening to the Game Explain first impressions or whatever, where they're talking about it after the reveal.
Sure.
And stuff. And I was all excited, and I was like, man, I want more news. And then I think, like, right after, I don't know if it was the next day or a couple hours later, Nintendo announces, like, oh, there's not going to be any new Switch information until 2017.
Oh, yeah, until, like, because they did that at, what was that, like, November or October or something, and they're like, oh, no more... I think it
was October.
Was it? And they're like, oh, no more Switch info until January of next year. Like, oh, you dick. It's hard to believe that was 2 months ago, but dang. Well, 3 now, Jesus.
Yeah, because... hopefully I'm gonna try and get this up by the 3rd. I kind of want to have it up by the 3rd, since it'll be like the official month.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting there's a process, and by the time people are listening to this we're in the past or in the future. I don't know. I forget about all this movie magic. Damn it.
Right. Yeah. So you called it. You called it. People were talking about it being, touchscreen controllers, which is like the stupidest thing ever. I don't know why people would want something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember the little schematics or whatever for that. They're like, oh, it's a controller with a screen in it. I'm like, no, please, God, stop.
Yeah, man, that was off-putting for sure, and it really had me nervous about it. And I was like, oh,
yeah. Please, Nintendo, don't do more stupid things, please. You're already real, and don't do more stupid shit, please. They listened, kinda.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much they listened, but they kind of had to. Well, not so much that they did it out of their free will, but more that they were kind of forced to, since their commercial failure with the Wii. Yeah,
Wii U didn't do as hot as they'd hoped, which is sad because it's a really good console. Well,
right. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I was a little while back. I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I got really into it. And I was, dude. I think I got up to chapter 4, and then I looked it up online. It's like, oh yeah, you get your scale in chapter 6. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm almost there, and I like I said, I just put down the game. I haven't picked it up since.
That is 100% hands down one of the games I'd always wanted to get my hands on. After.
Oh yeah, it's a cool game, dude. At first I was really confused by the battle system, but once you actually kind of get a grasp on it, it actually is really easy, and just as long as you're in an appropriate level and you do the right amount of grinding, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, the whole, it's like an auto attack kind of thing, and then you can do extra shit.
Is that how it is on the other Xenoblade game?
Yeah, for the 3DS one they had.
Yeah,
it's exactly like that. We just didn't have giant robots to fight with.
Okay. Yeah, so one day I'll get back to it, and I'll get the scale, and I'll let you know how awesome it is.
Oh, hopefully by then I'll be able to get my own.
Hopefully. Alright, so I know you said that you played it, you play it more portable than anything.
Yes.
So how often do you actually play it at home? How many times have you played it at home?
I mean, how many times have I played it at home docked, or just at home in general? Like, I played it at home all the time, so.
Home docked.
It's so... I don't know. Let's see. Collectively, I put in about 270 hours into Zelda. And I would say maybe, this is not an exaggeration, and I wish it were, maybe 50 of those 270 hours are docked.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Maybe 50 of those 270 hours are it being docked.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, sorry, I kind of spaced out right there. What up?
Awesome.
What about the other games? Or is Zelda the only game you're playing right now? No, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I have Snipper Clips, which I've played. I played for like 5 minutes by myself because I was like, well, it says you can do it single player, so I tried it, and I'm like, all right, I get it. And then it's all right. It's fun for like a bit, but it's just not the same. And then I played with my girlfriend. I played with my buddy Johnny. And then I played with, just random randos where I'm like, hey, you want to fucking try the Nintendo Switch? And then 9 times out of 10, they're like, no. but every now and again, I can get one person who's like, yeah, sure. And we'll fucking dick out with Snipper. Oh, we'll dick out. We'll chill out and play some Snipper Clips. Okay.
Wow. Is the game actually good?
Snipper Clips? Yeah. I mean, it's $15. So you don't feel too bad when you buy it. And then also, for what it is, I'd say it's not like super short, but it's short. Mm-hmm. It's really fun. I mean, me and Johnny would get stuck on a few of the puzzles, and my girlfriend and I would get stuck on another few. But, for the most part, I mean, it's not... Oh my god, excuse me. I mean, it's not super hard, but you're going to get stumped here and there, and for at least 5 or 10 minutes sometimes. It's not super hard, but it's not a pushover. It's not, like, super short, but it's short. Like, I don't know, and I liked it. If you have $15 to throw around and you want a cute little couch co-op game, definitely try it out. And they also have more than just 2 players, because it actually goes up to 4. And they have 4 where it's like a team of 2. Mm-hmm. So like you and someone versus 2 other people. And then they also have like a free-for-all kind of thing where mini games. There's only 3 of them, but they're there. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know. It's alright. It's a cute little fucking this is what the Switch can do kind of game. But as far as actual gaming experience, I mean, they've got a racing game. They've got some ports of old SNGO, whatever. Honestly, there's only one game for the Switch right now, and that's Zelda.
Do you have 1-2 Switch? Or have you played it?
No, I haven't played it. No, I don't own it. It's $50. If it was like 15, maybe 20, I'd be sure, because it's basically a glorified tech demo. It's not worth $50.
Yeah, I've seen people go ahead and give it a couple praises, and a lot of people quite the opposite.
Yeah. I want to try. I really do. I really do want to try it. Like, they have that game where it's like you move the Joy-Con around, and then it somehow, with its HD Rumble feature, simulates balls rolling or something. Like, all right, that's got to be one of those see it to believe it kind of things, and I'm willing to try it, but not for $50.
Right. Yeah. Does I'm gonna go ahead and assume it doesn't, but have you at all tried HD Rumble in any of the other games, or Zelda? I don't think Zelda probably has a feature like that that utilizes it, huh?
From what I've heard, they said Zelda doesn't use HD Rumble And maybe it's just me, but I could have sworn I felt a little extra rumble throughout the controller in some instances. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just like a general, here's a low thing happening, so here's a low rumble, and now a crazier thing's happening, so here's a higher rumble, and maybe it's that. And maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, and actually, it's probably what it is. But there is some sort of rumble strength variation going on. Whether or not it's HD, they claim it's not, so I guess it's probably not, but I don't know.
Rumbling, huh?
Yeah, it feels different. There is a difference.
You're just a standard definition rumbling, huh?
That's all I know is standard def.
Alright, what about with the other games? No luck?
Nah. From what I heard, they do have HD Rumble in, like, Mario Kart. That, again, that's what I hear.
I think it's out, isn't it?
No, no, April 28th, I believe.
Dude, that's weird because I was at a GameStop yesterday, and I walked in and I was looking at the Switch section, and they had the box for Mario Kart Deluxe.
Oh, sure.
And it said new, but I did. Okay, go ahead.
Sure, of course they have the box. But it's as a, what's it called? It's like a promotional kind of thing, like a placeholder, if you will.
Oh, okay, all right. I don't remember if they do that with other games though.
Sure, I mean they had displays for Switch and the Switch games like days ahead of its release. That you could go into the store and see and like, oh, this is what it's going to look like a few days from now when it's actually being sold. And it is, but I brought it up right here. It says coming April 28th, 2017 for $59.99.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, since I don't actually own the Switch, I'm not really keeping up with the release dates.
Oh, sure.
So, right.
Trust me,
yeah,
I love Zelda, but I'm still keeping track of like, when's the next thing that's not Zelda can I play? I love the game, but I mean, come on, there's more to a game console than just one game. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. So since this past month you put relatively 250 plus hours.
Oh yeah.
Into playing Zelda. How many hours have you placed into your 3DS?
Ooh, that is a good question. This I don't know if you can hear this. That's me actually opening my 3DS because I actually don't know. Uh-oh.
Can you actually check on the 3DS?
Yeah, but my 3DS is unresponsive right now.
Okay. Well, let me rephrase the question.
Sure.
How much have you played the 3DS since the Switch has released?
Oh, barely, not at all. I mean, this is one of the first times when we started this. It probably won't be in the podcast, but when we started our Skype call and you're like, hey, what have you been doing? And I was like, I was just playing Zelda. That was like for the first time, and like I maybe picked it up maybe a day or two ago, and this is the first time in a month since getting the Switch. I barely even looked at it. Like, I'm pretty sure it's actually going through withdrawals, and I'm actually afraid that it's damaged, and this is not a joke, I might actually have to send it into Nintendo so they can fix it.
Well, you think there's actually something wrong with it? In your unboxing video.
No, I mean, not the Switch, I mean the 3DS.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you pick up your 3DS, you open it, you can play a game, whatever, fucking close it, it's fine. Pick it up later and open it. Me, I have this thing here. I was just playing it earlier. I opened it. It's on Zelda, and then pressing the home button didn't work. Like nothing worked. There's no sound. It's just on the one screen with like no sign of it's in motion or anything. Like everything's just frozen dead. Oh man, my 3DS is. Oh, I'm moving too far away from my computer. My 3DS is scaring me, man. Like you don't understand. I'm actually afraid it's close to dying, and I don't understand why though.
I was watching your unboxing video the other day, and you pulled out your 3DS, and you're like, well, it's dead. I mean, so it's just been dead, or it's been kind of acting like this since that day.
No,
that day, or
no, that one day specifically, I just hadn't charged it. No, I did charge it. Oh man, I'm remembering everything wrong. I was playing Smash Brothers while I was waiting in line, and it died because we were just playing for so long. No, it's, I don't know what's wrong with this thing, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's probably a little way too loud. I don't know, man, it's just, I open it up and it's, like, frozen on the screen, and I have to power cycle it to get it to work again. It's fucking terrifying, man.
I bet. Yeah, dude, it's kind of scary when, when you feel like something's not working right.
But, yeah, so, I don't know, let's, move away from the terrifying 3DS and I guess get back on topic with the Switch and or Breath of the Wild over here. I don't know exactly which way you wanted to take it, though.
Oh, okay, alright. No, yeah, alright, so, in your review, you gave it a solid 8 out of 10, and, you were kind of really emphasis on the solid 8. I think you gave it even like an 8.5.
Yeah, it's 8 because it falls somewhere between 8 and 9 for sure.
Yeah, and I remember you even put like a 9 and a question mark.
I did.
Yeah.
Go on with.
No. Go ahead.
We're professionals, we swear.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, okay, so yes, it's an amazing console. Being able to take console quality games with you wherever you go is amazing. Yes, there's a lot going on, especially in a game like Zelda, so of course the battery won't be that great, but therein lies part of the problem as to why it can't be a perfect 10 out of 10, because the battery's kind of shit. I understand why, but it still is. Not to mention,
hold on. Before you go on,
sure.
All right. I had the original 3DS. I swore that I was gonna get the new 3DS, but I never got around to it.
Sure.
Was the battery life better on the new 3DS? Like significantly better, or just like eh?
Maybe you might get an extra hour or two out of it, depending on how you tweak your settings. I like to keep my settings on like brightness setting 2. My Wi-Fi turned off unless I know I'm gonna be doing something with someone, then yeah.
Okay. All right, continue.
Back to the Switch? Yeah.
Back to the Switch. Let's switch back to the Switch.
Let's switch it. Alright, anyways. I mean, yeah, the battery's not that good. I understand why, but again, it's still not that good. And not to mention the Joy-Con connectivity issue, which I actually show in my video. Probably not as well as I should have, but it's there. I mean, and you could argue, okay, especially with the connectivity issue, that's a launch problem. Sure, they have fixes for it, and they've sworn it won't be in future releases of the console. Great. But the battery thing's still an issue. I mean, they've crammed so much shit into this console that I'd be surprised if they could ever make one with a larger battery. And again, I understand why, but it's still a problem. Not a huge one, not a deal breaker, especially not for me. I fucking love this thing, but it's there, So yeah, it like I said, it fluctuates somewhere between an 8 and a 9 out of 10, because for all the pain in the asses you have with it, it's still really amazing. I mean, console quality games wherever you go. Thank you, I'm sold. Yes, please, may I have another? I don't know what to tell you, man. I love it. It's fuck. Oh.
Alright, just to
You're gonna love
get
that.
some, huh?
The fucking when I go just now, and I'm like, you're gonna hear it. I mean, trust me, you're gonna fucking hear it. Anyways,
Okay.
go on.
All right. All right. So just just to give us some perspective from your reality. Ooh. I'm just kidding.
No, it's fine.
No, but seriously, to
Yeah.
give us some perspective. What's a 10 out of 10 for you as far as a console? I mean, home or portable. Just to kind of give us like a measuring stick. For the people who are listening, and just like, all right, this guy. All right, the Switch is an 8.5, maybe 9 for you.
So what for me is a 10?
Yeah.
From Nintendo, definitely Super Nintendo. I know you could be like, oh, well, N64 would, it's like, okay, but do you have any idea how many RPGs are on the N64? We're not talking about just console build and all that shit. We're talking about overall library too. Of course, when I talk
right.
Of course, when I talk about the Switch, obviously it can basically only be about the console, but whatever. So Super Nintendo.
I mean, at this point, anyways.
Oh, sure. So Super Nintendo, definite 10. Nintendo 64, probably maybe a 9. I don't know. I mean, I really liked it. A lot of people think it's the most legendary, best console ever, and it's like, all right, well.
Well, here's the thing about the 64 though. I mean, I love the 64. I still have mine. I pull it out every now and then, and it's great, dude. A lot of those games are really good, but at the same time, you got to remember this is when 3D games were barely coming out, so a lot of those games don't hold up as well.
Sure.
Compared to other games, so
also and I know this is like the whole original console feel, like anything 3D, like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Mm-hmm. I have that on the 3DS. I don't need the fucking N64 anymore. People are like, oh, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Sun and Moon, next, please. Like, I don't know, man. Basically, anything that the N64 can do, the 3DS can do better. But in terms of, like, just classic old school, plug it into a TV and sit down and play, Super Nintendo. Any day. Definite 10 out of 10.
What's your favorite game on the Super Nintendo?
Ooh.
Mine's Mario 3D World. Oh, not 3D World, sorry. It's Mario World. I don't know what I'm saying. Super Mario World. You know which one I'm fucking talking about, the Yoshi one.
The Yoshi one, yeah. I gotta go with Super Mario RPG, which, for the record, to this day, has yet to be ported to the 3DS. It's on Wii U, but, who owns the Wii U anymore?
Yeah, I was on the eShop the other day, dude, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna probably buy a game, and then I see an RPG, and I was like, you know what, I've never actually played it, but I don't know. I didn't end up buying it.
I'd either wait for the Switch or the 3DS version, honestly. Because especially with the way you play, where it's like you'd rather be on the go half the time.
Yeah. So that's kind of why I'm hesitant to buy games in general, because it's like, all right, well, I'll buy it. I'll drop the money, but then how often will I really play it? Will I actually get my money's worth? Or will I come back and I play it like 2 years later? Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the game Child of Light.
I've heard of it, yes.
Okay. I bought it originally on the Wii U. I played it. I think I probably put like 4 hours into it. Maybe 8. No, hold on. No, it has to be more, because I actually did sit down and actually played it for a while, for a good minute. And then I ended up buying it again on the Vita, because I knew I would actually get into the game that way.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ever since, and not to get into a whole story time, thing here. Ever since back in, I forget which year of Christmas, my dad got me a Game Boy Pocket, and it wasn't like, oh, here's a video game console you have to share with your sister, like the Super Nintendo or the PlayStation. It was like, no, here's you. This is you. This is yours, all you. Have this, play it, there you go. I could take games with me wherever I went, and they were mine. Mm-hmm. Ever since then, I've just been a portable handheld gamer, and I've always accepted the fact that portable handheld games are gonna be basically watered down versions of what was available on the console, because it's a compromise. In lieu of a full console experience, you get to take it with you and play it wherever. Alright? So, up until now, that's just been the norm for me, for anyone who was playing a portable game, for who preferred portable games, whatever the fucking case. If you wanted a game with you wherever you were gonna be, and you'd be like, oh, well, fucking Mario Kart 64 is amazing, but the Game Boy Advance Mario Kart is not, but it's there. It's like, alright, cool. Mm-hmm. Then you got that. Now, with the Switch, be like, man, that Mario Kart 8 sure looks fucking fantastic, doesn't it? Hell yeah. How would you like to play that in the car? Hell yeah. Is that something you just pull out of your backpack? Hell yeah. It's just fucking awesome.
I'm actually really excited about that game, dude.
Mario Kart? Dude, I love Mario Kart 8. That game's awesome. Link on a fucking up on a motorcycle? Yes.
I really enjoy Mario Kart 2, man. But God, man, that game makes me so mad.
Gamer rage. Gamer rage.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever raged as much as I do when I play that game. I don't even think I get like that when I'm playing Smash Brothers. With Smash Brothers, I'm getting my ass beat. I'm like, all right, fine. But Mario Kart, dude, you're like in the front. You're like you're doing so well, and then fucking I don't know where that fucking blue shell or some asshole just comes out and you know what, dude? I think I get more mad when I'm playing against the computers than online. When I'm playing online, I can kind of handle it a little bit better because I know that it's like, all right, well, it's somebody behind that controller, and they're going for the same thing that I'm doing. With these guys, with the freaking computers, they're just there to troll you.
They're programmed to fuck up your day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think like when I would play it with my cousin, because we're just trying to get all the tracks done and get the gold stars so we can move on and stuff. So what we ended up doing is, instead of racing each other, we would kind of like the first race was always like kind of whoever gets first, like, yeah, good on you, buddy. And then after like the following races, it would be like, all right, well, since you got first on the first race, you better stay in first, and I'll be in second to kind of support you, I guess. So we kind of took it RPG style in a sense.
So whoever gets stuck in second place just basically is stuck with trying to keep everyone else at bay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's just like to get the gold stars on the game, and move on to the yeah, because if we're like if we're both trying to get first each time, and we're just basically screwing each other each time, we're gonna end up like in he's gonna end up in like in fifth place. I'm gonna end up like in maybe third or eighth or whatever.
Sure, but in this way you work together and almost certainly always get first, and you just move on with your life.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, we did that just to to get the tracks, and then we would go ahead and have our races where it wasn't like that, but that was just like at the start of the game when we were trying to get everything.
Yeah, man, it's like a fighting game when you're trying to get all the characters unlocked. I gotcha.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Well, one of the things I'm really excited about Mario Kart 2 is they're gonna bring back the original freaking battle mode, dude. I don't know why they were trying to experiment with like the full size
the full tracks.
Yeah, dude. Like we played because that was the kind of like the fun part of Mario Kart with my cousin and my brother. When we would play, it's like we would play battle, because that's where it gets intense, and so when when we went and bought Mario Kart, that was one of the first things we tried out, and we played it like maybe 4 times, and then we just never went back. And
because it fucking sucked.
Yeah, yeah, it totally did. I don't know.
I was probably about to say the same thing you were about to say. I don't know what they were thinking, man.
How much did you at least give it a try? Did you all right?
Sure.
Well, I'm gonna try to understand it.
Yeah, and there's nothing to understand other than you're literally trying to hit the other person while also playing on the same track you race on. It's not cohesive to each other. One track is laid out in a fucking bilinear fashion or whatever the fucking fancy ass term you want to use for it, where you're only supposed to go the one direction. Whereas a battle is supposed to be more of like a square and more of like a closed off circle with, there can be a track, but it's supposed to be like interlaced and basically like like a sandbox. Like you can just go wherever instead of just one direction in a circle or a loop or whatever. Like you're not supposed to be able to battle on a race, and you're not supposed to try and I don't know how else better to explain it, but they took the really lazy way out for sure.
Oh, I honestly I didn't see it that way. I thought that they were just trying to be experimental.
Oof.
But yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, this does seem pretty lazy of them. I don't know, man. I was always kind of hoping that they would probably come out with a patch that would go ahead and fix it, but I don't even know if that was something that was possible. And I guess that they would probably have to. That's probably why they're doing it on the deluxe version.
Well, the only other thing I can think about, because basically it's like introducing new tracks in general, or arenas or stages, whatever you want to call them. They have to. That's probably a little bit more than just a slight patch. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe what they were trying to go for was basically the same race as like you fucking take it as a lap or whatever, and then instead of trying to come out first, you just try to hit them with items. And maybe in that case, sure. I guess. Kind
of like when the Grand Prix, where you're racing and shit, and you're like screwing people over, but you're still trying to race and screw people over in the process. Kind of eliminate while you're racing, right?
Sure, like in the one track. What is it? The baby circuit track or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Where it's basically just a constant dogfight of getting an item, throwing it to someone, getting hit by another item, picking up an item, then just sort of trade off back and forth, and somehow magically someone comes out in first place.
Yeah, but see, I get what you're saying, but they didn't even it probably would have made more sense if they went ahead and added like the whole going through the laps, because when you play battle mode, you have that in mind. It's ingrained in your mind that you don't have to necessarily go through the track. You can go ahead and reverse, and they're not gonna stop you. They're not gonna tell you you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I they didn't go ahead and I don't know. They didn't. I don't. They didn't really explain that. Or no, hold on. Not so much that they explained it, but like. If they went ahead and added like maybe like the labs, like everybody go through the race, like race the entire track, and then try and hit people while you're doing it, and then the person with the most people, maybe the most kills goes ahead and wins. Like you don't necessarily have to go through the get first place or something, or maybe like there's a perk if you actually get first place and you have all these freaking kills or some shit. I don't know.
Sure.
I think that would have been kind of cool.
Maybe that's what they were. Like well, maybe that's what they were going for, but really, well, see, because here's the thing. Like, I'm going to use Breath of the Wild as an example. People be like, "Oh, Zelda games, sure, they're fun for like maybe the first time, but they get stale after a while, and the formula's gotten stale, and blah blah blah." And Breath of the Wild steps in, and it's like, "Yo, I'm going to do Zelda like Zelda 1 did Zelda, and I'm going to do it better than Zelda 1 did Zelda, plus I'm going to do it better than all the other Zeldas ever Zelda'd. And you're like, oh shit, that's a tall order. And then you play Breath of the Wild, and you're like, oh, it fulfilled. And you're like, all right, cool. What I think, if we're gonna not take my idea of like, oh, they just fucking took the lazy road out, and they're trying something new. Well, then, with the same idea of Breath of the Wild breaking up the Zelda convention because it got stale, I don't think anyone was ever complaining about Mario Kart getting stale. Maybe
I don't think so.
Maybe with something like Double Dash, and like, okay, let's just stick to one person and one cart. Like, okay, cool. Then you do that. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to having a battle mode, which every Mario Kart has had, and then they're like, hey, Mario Kart 8, first HD Mario Kart, and it's on the new Nintendo console, and also we don't have battle mode for some reason. It just sounds like a huge step backward.
Yeah, dude, like, freaking, you know, I'm getting rattled up just thinking about it. But yeah, dude, it was such a freaking piss in the face when, you know, you walk in and you see the Mario Karts, like the promotional, and just see how freaking beautiful it looks with the colors and stuff. And dude, like that blue with the red on the promotional art, it just dude, it really stands out. It looks freaking gorgeous, and you know, it makes you so much more hype. Like, yes, this is Mario Kart in the future. You know, this is where we come from 64 or Super Mario Kart, and or is it Super or is it Circuit Track?
No. You're right. Super Mario Kart.
Right. Yeah, you know, like we've come all this way, and you know, we're in freaking HD. The colors are just stunning and shit. It was like, yes. Yeah, yes. And then, you know, you load up the first track, and, you know, you're going through the first level, and everything just looks so freaking gorgeous. And then you're like, yeah, you know what? Let's play battle mode. And, oh, this sucks. Oh, this is horrible. This is like, why?
What were they thinking?
Dude, and it's like battle mode, you know, like, you know, you have people over, like, oh, let's play some battle. No, we're not gonna do that. We'll probably play online or something, or like
yeah. It's like, hey, oh, whoa, you got the new Mario Kart? Yeah, man, it's awesome. Hey, let's play some battle mode.
No, let's not do that.
No. Well, come on, let's try it. And no, let's please. Oh yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, of course I tried it out because it's Mario Kart, and like the not even 5 seconds into it, I'm like, this is wrong. You just fucking know something's off, man. Like, I don't know, but thank God with the deluxe edition, which by the way includes all the DLC pre-packaged into the game already. First of all, that's amazing on its own. Just thank God, I didn't have to buy it again. But even better than that, we got battle mode, and we got it right. Strap in, fuckers.
Yeah.
You learned our goddamn mistake.
I think that game will be enough to get people to actually buy the Switch as well.
Maybe. I mean, alright, look. Especially if they didn't have a Wii U before, then definitely, absolutely, yes. Because not only will you be able to play Mario Kart in HD on the TV, but you'll also be able to play it in HD portably.
Exactly.
And for the people who did have it for Wii U, by the way, also this one comes with proper battle mode. The fucking nerds will eat it up. I know I'm going to, so.
Right. Well, yeah, that's kind of my point. That because it's available in HD and on the go, you know, just and then like, you know, with the Joy-Cons, like, here, you take a Joy-Con, I'll take a Joy-Con, and you know, we'll duke it out. That's gotta be an incentive for people. I mean, especially if they're not a fan of Zelda. Right.
Well, also my point is, for the people who have had it on Wii U and who haven't abandoned the console already, if they haven't gotten it for Zelda, they're probably not going to get it for Mario Kart because they already have it, unless they just really want that battle mode.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, okay. I hear what you're saying. I meant for like newcomers, like.
Oh sure, for newcomers, then absolutely, especially if they haven't liked Zelda, or if they do like Zelda and just haven't got it yet, then sure. The one video game that I can honestly see selling Switch consoles at this point, and then this is if they like really blow it out of the water. They have to like Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. That
because Breath of the Wild's on the Wii U. Mario Kart 8, it's been on the Wii U. Mario Odyssey, not on any other system ever except the Switch. This is probably one of the only games that I can see actually selling the console that it hasn't sold already.
Right? Yeah, for sure, dude. But that's not until the winter.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's easily a game that they could. I don't think that they will. Maybe not this year, but probably next year. They'll go ahead and package it in with the Switch.
That'd be interesting.
You know, But yeah, for sure, dude. And then I think that it's probably good on them to do it in winter because it'll be during the Christmas season.
Sure, it's probably what they're aiming for, anyways.
It's kind of a safe bet there. What was I gonna say though? Oh, yeah, with Mario Odyssey, I think when I seen it, the first time, I think it went ahead and invoked that same feeling that I got when I seen Mario Kart 8.
You just got hyped.
Yeah, I got hyped. No, I got hyped. But I also like it had that same feeling. Like, all right, yeah, this was Mario back then, and you know, this is Mario in the future. You know. I don't know. I hope it doesn't disappoint. I doubt it though, dude, because Mario games are always fun.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can go ahead and put down a Mario game for years, and then come back and just pick it up, and you're like, oh yeah, this franchise is actually really, really fun, and I don't know why I stopped playing it.
Yeah, dude, Mario 3, Super Mario World, those are always fun to play, and then hell, I even Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS, like, that shit's fun as hell.
Dude, I think that's a perfect game right there. I would say that's a 10 out of 10.
3D Land?
I think so.
I mean, I love it. I do. It's fun, but they reuse a lot of levels, which I understand why, because it's like, hey, you really like the level? Can you try it on a harder difficulty? It's like, alright, I got you, but I don't know. I'm kind of a hard ass. I mean, I love Breath of the Wild, and I haven't given a full in-depth review, but I've already given my review rating on Twitter, which was a 9.5.
Okay.
I love this game, but even Breath of the Wild isn't a 10 out of 10.
I just personally, for me, I just think it's a perfect Mario game
for the 3DS
on the 3DS.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think like portable Mario. I think it's definitely perfect, or it's come very close to perfect, I would say.
Yeah, I know people didn't like the 3D World Wii U version, the sequel. And I can understand why. I loved it. I thought it was fun. But as far as the 3DS version goes, oh my god, they blew it out of the water. Doing 3D movement, whatever, but in a 2D setup where you start here, get to the flagpole, collect 3 coins. Like, fuck, man. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Nailed it. But, I still wouldn't be able to call it a 10 out of 10 and sleep at night.
I mean, honestly, it's been a while since I played the game. I might just be speaking out of my ass at this point.
No, it's all fucking preference, dude.
I still really like the game. I think I'll go ahead and I'll still say it's like damn near perfect.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I think we kind of got off of the Switch conversation.
Well, you know what? And you know what? And yes, we did. However,
Mm-hmm.
however, the fact that we could still talk about the 3DS like this goes to show, and we can segue into a really great point that you actually yourself asked me, can the Nintendo Switch coexist with the 3DS?
Right, yeah. And I meant to ask you that at some point during this conversation. I don't think I ever did.
Nope. But thank God I remembered.
Yeah, so what do you think? I mean, you said you haven't played it at all in the past month.
Okay, no, but also brand new Zelda, and it's open world RPG as shit, so I mean, can you really blame me? But,
Right.
it's still just one game. Like, sure, if you were into the Neo Geo, whatever shit they're porting over, and you want that fast RMX F-Zero knockoff, fucking can't wait till Mario Kart 8 shit, then sure.
Uh-huh.
But me, I only have one game, and I only have that one game for roughly about 3 hours, give or take. And when that's done, and God forbid I don't have a charger nearby, then guess what I have to fall back on? I mean, obviously I haven't, because I fucking bring my charger everywhere, but I'm just saying, in the event. And then again, it's still just one game. So, as of right now, definitely the 3DS can coexist. Now, as for getting new games for it, I mean, that's how you look at new. I can go buy Pokemon Sun. Originally, I got Moon, so Sun would be new to me, but it's been out for a half a year or whatever. So, if they were to like, what was the newest 3DS game? That fucking Mario Sports bullshit, whatever. Like, no, I'm not buying that shit. I don't think anyone else would. I guess people like that because they're selling it, but
I think there's a market for it.
Sure, I mean they wouldn't.
Not me, but
yeah, definitely. I wouldn't fucking buy it, but obviously, okay, definitely there's a market for it. Sure, but I mean, honestly, if that's your fucking best selling 3DS game to show off, I wouldn't give the 3DS too much longer in terms of new titles. But
well, they got the new Fire Emblem game coming.
All right.
Echoes.
Yeah, they got that. So, okay, so they got that. But I mean, also, you gotta think about the 3DS is like super old. The new 3DS has one exclusive only for the new 3DS system game, and that's the Xenoblade games that I got it. I played it. It's pretty fun. I don't know how well it sold. And, you know, what actually has utilized the new 3DS? Hyrule Warriors Legends, or, what is it? Fucking Majora's Mask. But the only thing those utilized was the Circle Pad Pro. Okay, well, actually, Hyrule Warriors Legends actually made use of the extra computing process, power, whatever the hell. So, okay, so, as far as having games to play, then sure, the 3DS isn't going anywhere because it's got a huge library and the Switch has like one. So, sure. But in terms of like new games coming out, like, okay, the Fire Emblem game, awesome. That's only one that I know of. And anything else that's coming out, I've got my eyes set for the Switch. Mario Kart 8, Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, you know, like, as far as the 3DS goes, personally for me, new game-wise, it's dead. I could give two shits about buying a new 3DS game for probably as long as I live, unless another Pokemon gets made for it, then, I mean, obviously I'm buying it. But, pretty much if I buy a new game from here on out, it's gonna be for the Switch.
I hear you. I might pick up that Fire Emblem game. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I didn't pick up Fates like I meant to, but I never got around. But what was I gonna say? I
don't know, man. No, sorry.
I don't remember. I don't remember. But yeah. So I would agree with you. I don't see much coming out for it either. I don't. What was your answer? So do you think it can coexist or no?
Uh,
I mean, because you just kind of gave me two answers. You kind of like, yeah, it can, but I don't know. I wouldn't buy games for it anymore.
Well, see, that's the thing. And that's the only way I can answer it. It's like a half-assed yes and no. Because as of right now, the 3DS isn't going anywhere. Because, I mean, you still got so many games you can play for it. And then, again, if you do buy any new games for it, it's going to be a new to you kind of thing. Because as of right now, if there are okay, Reggie Fils-Aimé, the current American president of Nintendo, has actually gone on record saying that they will have an E3 presence and they will be talking about new to 3DS and new to Switch games. So there are, apparently, more 3DS games coming. Now, what are they and how good of a quality are they? I don't fucking know because they haven't told us about them yet, but apparently they're coming. So, is there anything that's coming that I'm gonna definitely, I gotta have that? Again, I don't know. As far as I can tell you right now, why it's a yes and no, because again, you're gonna have to have something else to play. So have the 3DS handy, and it's got a huge library, so keep it handy. And if you're gonna get anything new, it's again gonna be new to you. Because as of right now, what's actually new to everyone, I don't know if any of it. I don't know about anything about any of it. So, yes and no. Like, yes and no. I really don't know how else to explain that, and I wish I had a more definitive answer. Because as of right now, the Switch just blows the 3DS in half. It's like, man, I got bigger screen size, better resolution. It's easier on the eyes. I don't have to have a watered down gaming experience. I have more input buttons than you do. The only thing you have better than me is a fucking clamshell design that keeps you safer in the bag, and also battery is probably better than me. Other than that, what the fuck you got?
All right. I meant to ask you this earlier too.
Shit.
So, all right. So in your travel bag, you keep your Switch and your 3DS. Just in case one dies or what?
Yes, actually, yes. I actually have a special carrying case for the Switch, and then that case goes in my bag. And then also in the bag, I have my 3DS. Yes.
Okay, cool. And you also carry the dock with you just in case you go to a friend's house?
Yes.
You said?
Absolutely. Because... and actually, I did this before we started this little conversation. I had the dock up on my desk because as the Joy-Con connectivity issue is a thing. But I was like, oh, I need this down here. And it was, I didn't even think about it. I just did it because it's effortless. It's weightless. Okay, it has a weight to it. But I didn't even think about it. I lifted it up. I picked up the dock. I have it right here in my hand. Here's the dock. The console is in the dock. I picked it up. And I moved it down underneath the shelf, and it was like nothing. It was like like you'd move a soda or a book. Like you don't even think about it. You just like fuck, get this out of the way, and then you're done. Now try that with a PS4 or an Xbox One. This thing fucking. I unplug the things. I wrap it around it. I stuff it in my bag. I pray to God that the fucking dock doesn't like start closing in on itself, that when I put my Switch in there, it scratches the screen. And so far, so good. I pull it out.
Have you considered putting maybe a cloth or a shirt in between the space?
I actually have. I've seen the horror stories of people whose docks have because apparently what happens is they get warped or whatever, and then, I mean, because I really don't want my screen getting fucked up. But at the same time, nothing's happened yet. I don't know. I know I shouldn't wait until it's too late, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it fucking works.
Right. America.
Yeah.
What are the chances it happens to me, right?
You have no idea, dude. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, is that a fucking straight line? I can't tell.
I I think that's probably what I would be doing. I think that's probably what I would be doing too. Is as soon as I pull it out, just be looking at the screen. It's like, all right, does it look scratch? It doesn't look scratch. All right, I think we're good.
pull out my magnifying glass.
Yeah. All right, man. So I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap it up.
Holy shit! Yeah. Hold on. Well, we've gone for like an hour.
Yeah. I really doubt that we're gonna get a lot of people to make it this far. But if you do, kudos, man. Kudos.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Well, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna tell you right now. I love it sometimes when a podcast goes on for a while. Cause hey, man, maybe I like to have some background noise, some ASMR. Fucking. Maybe I like it when a conversation's longer than, hey, do you like this thing? Yeah, me too. All right, bye. Thanks for tuning in. You know what I mean?
No. I hear you, dude. I love that shit too. When I go on, when I go on my commutes and stuff, like the first thing I do is go on YouTube and I just look for the longest video to kind of get me going just off the road.
Yeah.
I hardly ever listen to music now when I'm on the road, and then I'm at work too, dude. Like it really sucks when it dries, when I'm going through a dry spell where there's not enough content for me to consume, and it's all short.
Yeah.
So
I know that feeling.
But
that's when I put on a long play, like a whole playlist. I'm just like, take it away, go, please, go.
Mhm. Yeah. So I think this is a good spot. We got a good hour in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you got any final things you want to say?
The Nintendo Switch is amazing. Breath of the Wild is really good, and being able to play it in the car while you wait for your girlfriend to get off work is fucking amazeballs. And I love it. And if you ever get the chance to play Breath of the Wild while you receive some bomb head, fucking do it.
Nice.
Alright, cool.
Nice.
That's my fucking parting thoughts.
Alright, man. Alright, well, thanks everybody, and have a good day, and thanks for coming on, Arthur.
Oh yeah, and if you ever want to find me, I don't know why you would want to do that. I'm on Twitter.
Oh yeah. Plug in your social, man. Plug in your social.
All right, let me get my USB cable so I can plug it in. It's on for Twitter. It's at Arthur_McDowell. If you can't spell that, try. And then on YouTube, it's the youtube.com/Chris A. McDowell, all one word, all lowercase. You'll probably find it. Links in the description. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Sweet. It'd probably be way easier. Thanks to anyone who's actually listening this far.
And if you do make it, go ahead and shoot Arthur a tweet and say, I did it. I made it to the end. All right, Arthur. Thanks for stopping by, man. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Oh yeah.